Howdy folks, AJ coming at you again, your resident vintage gamer, and I have been a little bit absent the last few days because I was pretty sick. So I was not in any position to be speaking on camera. I did not have much of a voice. I'm still a little I'm still a little hoarse, but I'm feeling much better. So that's first off, just to let you know why I haven't been doing any videos. But the other thing that I wanted to talk about today was that I have decided I was kind of bored with everything that I'd been playing recently and everything. I kind of gotten into a rut, and I decided because the most recent patch for World of Warcraft had come out, Siege of Orgrimmar, that I would jump in there and give that a whirl real quick. And so I jumped on my level 90 hunter, and I tooled around on the Timeless Isle, which is one of the new locations for the new content and everything. And it wasn't quite doing it for me, and then I thought, you know what? I'm going to try a little experiment. I'm going to go to a different server that I have no characters on, completely fresh server. And I always pick a PvP server because I enjoy the PvP on open world PvP. And I'm gonna start a new character, and what I'm gonna do is I said I'm gonna create enough characters where I can have every profession covered at minimum at least once, so that I can craft anything I want in the game. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each one of them to level 10 and then stop and then take the next one to level 10 and etc. etc. Get them all to level 10. And then because now I've got everything covered profession-wise, I'm going to make whatever gear I can make from harvested stuff and DE'd stuff and all that. And I'm going to make gear for each one of them, and once I do that, then I'm going to go to level 20 with each one of them, and so forth and so on. And I'm going to go 10 levels at a time. So I'm going to get them all to level 10, then I'm going to get them to level 20, and then I'm going to start over level 30, etc. And I just want to see if I make all their gear with everything, everything that I can get through, reverse engineering and skinning and mining and herbs and everything else, and make all the gear. I just want to see how long that will keep me entertained. See how long this little experiment will before I either get burned out or completely bored, or if it keeps my interest. I'm just something to do. Just wanted to throw it out there and say this might be an interesting little thing to see how it is. And it may be an easy way, because on my other server, I have a 90, and I've got, I think I've got 2 85s, and then I've got the rest of them are all lowies, And this might be an easier way to get, a set of tunes, to max level by doing it 10 levels at a time and then switching up, so you don't get bored on one specific class or one particular character, or whatever. Maybe it'll keep it fresh. To me, it's just an experiment. I'm just going to see how it works. I'm just going to do it and see how it goes. So anyway, that is my World of Warcraft experiment that I'm going to be trying out. If you have any ideas or feedback or anything else about my experiment, any suggestions, things that you think I should do to make it interesting or whatever, throw them in the comments. The other thing that I'm doing right now is I am trying to find a local Dungeons and Dragons group to get into, because I've been wanting to get back into regular paper and pencil role-playing games, and the only response that I got was for a Pathfinder group, and I have never played Pathfinder. I do not own any of the rule books or anything like that. So I'm guessing I'm going to have to buy a couple buy the core. It looked like I looked it up, and there's a core rule book, there's an advanced player's handbook, and there's a bestiary and things like that. And so if any of you play Pathfinder, feel free to leave a comment for me as to what you suggest that as far as materials that I do buy, if I need them, don't need them, because whenever you contact a group of people you don't know and you're trying to get into a particular role-playing group, they'll always say, "Oh, we have all the books and all that other stuff." But for me, it's always nice to have your own stuff. You don't want to be borrowing people's things and all that stuff. And it's not a money thing for me. I don't mind spending the money to get what I need. So, but I also don't want to buy stuff that's unnecessary that I'm not going to use. So, if anybody out there plays Pathfinder and you want to just drop me a comment below, that would be helpful. So, and one of the things along that line that I wanted to mention was the way I did that as far as looking for a group was I don't know if you've tried Facebook, and I forget the name of it. There's a name for the system in Facebook where at the top there you can just type in a question, and it has some type of an algorithm or whatever where it basically finds it. So what I typed was people who live in my city. Insert your city there. People who live in your city who play Dungeons and Dragons is what I typed in. And it came up with, there was quite a few, there was probably 12, 15 people. And basically what it does is it looks for people that live in your city, and then it looks if they've clicked like on a Dungeons and Dragons page or Advanced Dungeons and Dragons or anything else like that. And you could do that with anything really. You could say people who play, Settlers of Catan or whatever you wanted. You could change it up, and it will give you the people that have things in common, basically that meet those criteria. The people that live in your city and then they've clicked like or whatever, shared something from a Dungeons and Dragons or whatever page that you're talking about. So that's how I did it, and I did get one hit back. And the only flaw that I see in it is if you're sending out email, and then what I did was once I got the list of everybody that met that criteria, I just sent them each a message, a Facebook message. Now the problem is because they're not on your friends list, the message automatically goes into the other category for their inbox. It's not necessarily a spam folder. It's just other. And the problem that I found is stuff that goes into your other folder, you don't get a notification there. At least I don't on mine. And maybe there's a way to set it up to where it gives you a notification, but mine does not. I ended up looking and seeing I had several in my other folder that they were months old, and I didn't know they were in there. So, so that is one flaw that I see. And luckily there was one person who did check her other folder, and they're the ones that looks like I'll probably get into a group with for Pathfinder. So for whatever that's worth, I just thought I'd share that with you guys. If you guys have never tried that, it seems to work pretty good. I forget what the name of the system is that Facebook has for. They have given it a name, but I don't remember what it is. So anyway, that's all I got for today, guys. And I will periodically, as this little experiment with World of Warcraft is going on, in my vlogs here, I'll just, I'll give little updates and stuff on how it's going. And maybe I'll crash and burn and say, I got bored to tears, and then again, maybe I'll just stick with it and see how high up I get with all my tunes. So anyway, that's what's going on, guys. We will catch you on the flip side.